Hello. Hi Felix, hi Magla, hi Guilty, how are you guys? Was your Tuesday fun? I haven't been gone, like, didn't I stream like Sunday? It's not like I've been gone for a while. So, I don't know if you guys are here, but during Sunday's stream, I was experimenting with like massaging the mic, and I listened to the VOD, and it was so bad. Like, it was straight up like unpleasant to listen to how like I was handling the mic. I didn't realize just how sensitive the 3DO is. It will like pick up literally any audible noise within a 5-mile radius. You thought it was good? Really? I thought it was pretty bad. Well, I think like, so I talked with a friend about it, and there's a couple of things. I ordered a stand, like a mic stand specifically for the 3DO, because what I do nowadays is I just like, I take my mic arm and I swap out the mics. So it's like, if I touch the 3DO at all, it kind of vibrates ever so slightly, because it's not like on the ground, right? It's like being supported by a mic arm, and like even that can be audible. Thank you for the headbats. But more importantly, there's like, because the 3DO is so sensitive and it picks up every single noise, if you want to massage the ears, you have to do it in a very careful way, such that you don't like bump anything while doing it. Or like, for example, when I was listening back to the VOD, I would hear myself sometimes make like this rubbery noise that was super unpleasant to listen to. And I think it was like my skin like rubbing against the non-ear part of the mic. And even then, like after you like rub it long enough, your hands gonna get a little sweaty, so like your skin will sort of stick to the mic. And like I looked up, apparently what people do to combat the sweaty part is just like a lot of that stuff, like a lot of the things I just described is caused by friction. Apparently what ASMR people do with the 3DO to avoid all that stuff is they put a bunch of lotion in their hands and or the mic. I know, I was like, I don't know if I want to do that, you know, then I'm gonna get like lotion all over the mic. Which I guess like, I know lotion like on your skin dries out eventually, but does the same thing apply to like silicone? I don't know. So, I think for like the foreseeable future, you guys are not gonna hear me try to massage the ears, because I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze. I'm just like really bad at doing it without making like extra unpleasant noises, and I don't want to rub lotion all over myself. Hi Nintendo. But so what I've instead, like, I mean really this is what I was gonna do with the mic the whole time. I'm just gonna talk, and I'm gonna try my best to respect the microphone. I'm gonna try my best not to touch the microphone because it picks up literally everything. Like, I wonder if it'll pick up me swallowing. Okay, it doesn't pick me up swallowing. That's good. You think the inexperience at all was refreshing? I mean, I appreciate it. I don't think most people have that perspective. I get what you mean though. I'm sure it was pretty like sincere. Too many people have the same technique. Yeah, well that's another thing. Like, I feel like, I don't know, like there really isn't a whole lot more room for like discovery, I guess. Like, I think like the vast majority of like techniques have already been figured out. What does that sound like? Is that even audible? This is where innovation and all the good stuff comes from. Wait, let me turn off my okay, I'm gonna turn off the noise gate. Oh goodness. Okay, like, do you guys think I turned off my noise gate so you're gonna be able to hear my fan, like my computer fan, and you also might hear my clothes dryer in the other room? But like, is it like distracting? My god, why is it so loud? Jesus Christ. It's like negative, it's like 30 decibel, negative 30 decibel. It makes the space less empty? Really? Really? You think so? Well, in either case, what I did, I bought some like really expensive like fans for my computer. So, well, I'm replacing my CPU fan, but that's not really going to be like a big upgrade in terms of like, it's going to be slightly quieter, but not by a lot. The really big update is I'm swapping out my thermal right fans for Noctua case fans. Like, I'm literally replacing every single one with a Noctua fan. And those fans, man, those are expensive. Like, one Noctua case fan is anywhere between like $30 and $40. Like, they're really expensive. They're really expensive. But you know, I figured like, you know, even I want my computer to be quiet anyways. You know, regardless of if I'm a streamer or not. Like, I think just having a quiet computer is an all-time, you know, generally a good thing. But like my computer's already pretty quiet now, that when I'm just like regularly using it, when I'm just using it regularly. Sorry, I got distracted. There's a gnat on the mic. I hope he doesn't like fly by the ears and it's like it makes an audible buzz. That'd be so gross. Like, that'd be so trippy. Anyways, yeah, I don't really even notice my PC well, most of the time when I'm on my computer, I'm listening to a video or listening to music. So like, if I wasn't actually, it's like, if I actually sat there and did absolutely nothing, I probably would notice them. But anyways, yeah, I dropped like $300 on case fans. They get here on Friday, so I'll replace all my fans. Well, probably not that Friday. I'm probably gonna just take it over to a friend's house and ask him to do it. Hi, Kieran. Hello. Good evening. Okay, anyways, let's see if I can make any noises that don't involve touching the actual mic, because that's a danger zone. So like, there's this cloth on my mic arm, and if I rub it, I think the mic picks it up. Does that make a noise, guys? I don't want to like, I imagine a lot of 3D, like a lot of ASMR artists, they listen to themselves while they stream. Like, they monitor their mic output. The only problem with that is that I I use open back headphones. I use Sennheiser HD 600s. So I'm kind of scared that if I use them, like the sound is gonna leak out and it's basically gonna be like a really crappy echo. Wait, maybe this is like a better idea. Oh, well, but I guess this is also only on the right ear. Or left ear, right ear, so maybe that's not a good idea. Like the cloth is on the right side of the ear, or my mic, so like even if you could hear me rubbing the cloth, it'd only be on one side. Okay, anyway, so yeah, hopefully, I don't know, I just kind of, I'm gonna try to practice off stream to like have the proper technique. But I think if you want to do like the ear massage noise consistently without making like any like friction noises, you kind of have to use lotion, and I don't see myself doing that, and certainly not every single stream either. So let's see. So when was the last time? It's just Sunday, right? So I guess I'll give you guys like an update on how my week's been so far. So as I mentioned before, like my Monday is the busiest day for me, and so I think like moving forward, it's gonna be very unlikely that I'm able to find the time to like stream on Monday. Like, yesterday, Monday, I finally I got done with all the stuff I wanted to do at like 2 a.m. Now, granted, I go to sleep at like 4 a.m., but like, you know, I didn't really, at that point I was like, yeah, it's a bit too late to stream. So, I don't, you know, I think Mondays, I would like to stream every day, but I think we should not expect streams on Mondays. Hello, Ian. I just have like so much going on Monday. What else? Work has been good, I guess. It's really hard to say on any particular day if I did a good enough job, but for like the work assigned to me for this project we're starting, I at least like understand the things they've given me. Your busiest days are Saturdays? Really? Okay, I need to talk more into the ears, because like if I'm not going to talk into the ears, what was the point of getting the 3DO? Wait, so do you work on the weekends? My heart goes out to all the people that work on the weekends. I have like a normal 9 to 5 Monday through Friday white collar job. So like, you know, I mean, I still do a bunch of stuff on like weekends. Like I still work on weekends, but like it's not my, like I don't work my day job on weekends. I just do like my side hustle stuff on weekends, but I do that every day. How's the project going? Well, we just started, so hi Samantha. Yeah, we just started, so I mean, it's gonna be like super complicated. Like I'm gonna need to ask a crap ton of questions, but at least so far I think I've got a decent grasp of what's going on. Like, I think my worst fear is like everyone else. Okay, I work with extremely talented and like intelligent people. Like my greatest fear is that like I'll be the one person working on this that doesn't know what they're doing. I get like major imposter syndrome at my job because they're so smart. Yeah, but like honestly, I have enough work. I definitely have enough work to get me through this week. It might even arguably be enough to get me through next week as well, depending on how fast I move. But like, at least like what I have assigned to me right now, I know, like, I have a reasonable understanding of how to do the work that's been given to me. So, I think I'll be fine. The honors. See, like, I know the mic right now is picking up me clicking on my mouse because it's that sensitive. For example. Yeah, so work has been cool. I've been like reading up on a bunch of like stuff. I hated studying in school and I hate studying for work. Like, studying is just so boring. I don't think I have the attention span to study things for long amounts of time. I don't know. In general, I think I'm a very like impatient person. Hi, Mel. I'm a really, really impatient person when it comes to life in general, and like I think that has pros and cons. Like one of the major cons is I get like unnecessarily frustrated when things aren't moving fast enough. But then the major pro is that, like, when things are within my control, I work really quickly because I'm an impatient person, Yeah. I think like being ambitious and being impatient kind of go hand in hand. I really thought I'd stop studying once I graduated from college, but it actually never really stops. Yeah. I think like that's also something that like I really like about this new job I have. Like, at my old job, a lot of the tools we used were like pretty specific to that company. But at this new job, I think the skills that they're teaching me are a lot more widespread. So maybe it was a good thing that I left my first job. There's nothing wrong with like, working at one place for the entirety of your life. I guess it just really depends on how you see like your career. But like, if you're just using it to support yourself, and I guess you're not, you're already like happy with how much you make, then like, by all means work at the same place for your entire life. But generally speaking, like if you want career progression, then you need to like develop your skill set, and your skill set will be more varied if you switch jobs every few years. And like, also like traditional white collar advice is that if you want to maximize how much you make, then you're supposed to like get a new job every 2 to 3 years. I don't know. I think for like a lot of people, like that advice is kind of unfeasible though, right? Because like like everyone else, I absolutely hate interviewing. Like, I've never been someone that's like, I've never been a good test taker. Like, I've always been like a slow test taker. Like, I've always been like really slow at any kind of like exam or assessment that's timed. And I don't think it's because like I'm like dumb or anything. It's just like I have this tendency to like double check. I mean, it's almost like a really like, it's like a micro level of OCD, I guess. Like, I don't want to like say like I'm not confident in myself, but like that, I think that's like the best way to describe it. That like when I'm doing work, I like double and triple check it just to make sure like I did it right, and like that applies for tests too. I don't know. Like, I feel really bad when I have to rush something, but like at the end of the day, most jobs, for better or for worse, they want you to be like really productive in the sense that you can get a lot done in a little bit of time, and you manage your time like really well. I guess that's just something I struggle with. I don't know. Okay, let's drink some Gatorade. That was refreshing. Yeah, so work has been good. The reason why I can't stream on Mondays is because I get a crap ton of mail on Monday, way more on Monday compared to any other day. And because I've started listing stuff on eBay, I'm gonna have even less time. But I haven't really been getting. I only sell maybe in a week. I might sell 3 or 4 things, so it's not a super time sink yet. But I imagine as I continue to grow and I list a bunch more stuff, it will start to take up more of my time. I foresee myself at some point having to go to the post office every single day to drop off packages. It's just gonna have to be something I build into my routine. Speaking of saving time, tomorrow is gonna be tomorrow I'm gonna run out of the food that I made with my friend on Saturday. So tomorrow I'm gonna try, I haven't done this in a while. I'm going to meal prep 4 days of food in one day. So I figured a good strategy is I do my workout regimen is push, pull, legs, rest, and then repeat. So that's to say every 4th day I have about an hour to an hour and a half more time than a day I exercise, because it's my rest day. And so I figured I'd use that spare hour to meal prep for the next 4 days, and it kind of just works out beautifully. If that makes sense. 4 days, because most food doesn't really keep well. 4 days is usually the max amount of time that's recommended for it to keep food in the fridge. So we're gonna try that tomorrow. I'm planning to make 2 days worth of basically spaghetti and then 2 days worth of Thai ground chicken. Let me turn on my fan. Oh, it's getting kind of hot in here. Jesus. I hope that's not too audible. I exercise on the weekends, meal prep on the weekend, and freeze everything. Oh, I guess you can do that too. Yeah. I guess I don't know. I'm kind of afraid. I know it's not very logical, but I guess I'm just afraid that if I make a big batch and I freeze it, it's gonna the quality is gonna go down, which I know doesn't really make any sense. Does it? I would think when you freeze something you thought, it loses a little bit of quality. But yeah, but also I don't see myself being able to cook 7 days worth of food in one go. I don't think I have the energy for that. The things I make are so simple that I think I can make just it's pretty much just frying ground meat. If you didn't eat it because you hate throwing out food, yeah, no, me too. For better or for worse, I grew up lower class, so my family had this really strict culture around food that you should never throw it away ever. So basically in my family you had to finish your plate, right? Even if you weren't even hungry anymore, even if you were full, you had to finish your food. And that's actually not a good way to approach food. The message makes sense, don't waste your food, but the ends are not worth the means, right? If you had to choose between wasting food or overeating, you should probably just like waste the food, in my opinion. Or you can just like, put it in the fridge for like, that's probably literally the real answer. But yeah, I have like, because I really hate throwing out food, I'll eat things that like I know I shouldn't. Like, I'll eat food that like probably isn't safe to eat at some point, I think that's the most common example. Or like, if something tastes off about something, like I'll just like, I'll suck it up and eat it, even if I'm not even enjoying the food itself. Like, I just have a really, really big like cognitive issue with like throwing away food. I wish I wasn't like that, but for better or for worse, that's how I am. I should be able to. I have no reason to believe I won't be able to stream every other day of this week. So like, definitely like Tuesday and Wednesday, those are days you can like be confident I'll be streaming. Thursdays and Fridays are a little iffy because those are the days my friends usually hang out. So like, on Thursdays and Fridays, I have to like choose between streaming or hanging out with my friends, basically. So, I guess it just kind of depends on my mood. What else? So Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, like I am confident to say I can stream on Saturday. Well, Saturday kind of has. Maybe I'll stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hang out with my friends Friday, Saturday night, and then pick back up on Sunday. I think that's what I was doing before my old stream schedule. I think. But I don't want to like commit to an actual stream schedule. That's just how it's probably going to play out. I would make an exception there if something tastes iffy, I'm not eating it. That makes sense. You're avoiding leafy greens like the flake. I've been trying to get better. I mentioned this before on stream, but like, I like rotate between eating like frozen bananas, apples, and mandarins, tangerines, mandarins. I don't know. Like I try to eat like a different one each day, and then like, for my vegetables, I'm trying to rotate between like broccoli, carrot, and baby spinach. I think what I'll probably do tomorrow when I make the spaghetti is I'll just throw a bunch of broccoli and carrots in there. And then on the days I eat the ground chicken, I'll eat it with baby spinach or something. Because before I wasn't eating fruit at all, and I would just eat baby spinach with every single meal. And in my mind, that was like, good enough. But like, obviously, when it comes to like fruits and vegetables, if you want to get the most diverse like micronutrient profile, you want to eat a variety of them. I don't know, I feel like eating a variety of vegetables is kind of like not practical, because that means you have to buy a bunch of different vegetables and like actually use them all. Like, I'm afraid that if I were to do that, like a lot of vegetables would go to waste because I would never be able to eat all that, like all those vegetables at once. Or like, maybe like taking a step even deeper, you'd have to find recipes that make sense with like the variety of vegetables that you have. I'm not a very good cook, guys. Like, I just throw whatever vegetables I have into whatever I'm making, regardless of what I'm making. I don't really like ever think about like if they go well together, if that makes sense. I just throw them in there because I see vegetables as like this like this thing I have to eat even if I don't necessarily enjoy them. So it's like, well, I'm not gonna enjoy it anyway, so like, what's it matter what dish it's in? You're a terrible cook. You burn your cereal? Wait, what? You mean your hot cereal, right? Like oatmeal? Hot cereal, not cold cereal, right? How could you burn like cornflakes in milk? You mean hot cereal, right? Okay, so like I never really enjoyed oatmeal. Like I don't know why, but like the texture of oatmeal kind of grosses me out. I really like grits when I was a kid, but the problem with that is that like grits are not very nutritious for you compared to oatmeal. So like my compromise, I usually like I'll eat cream of rice. Cream of rice has like the texture of grits, almost, but it's a little bit more nutritious than grits. You just pour milk in. What's your favorite cereal? Oh man, dude. I really miss eating like the box cereal, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and like Fruit Loops and like Lucky Charms. Oh my god. And like Fruity Puffs. I remember when I was in college. I would eat a bowl, like whenever I had time to go to the breakfast, like eat breakfast, I would always eat a bowl of like Fruity Puffs. But like, you know, once you see like how much added sugar are in like the famous cereals, it's kind of hard to eat them again. So I imagine any cold cereal that's healthy for you probably doesn't taste that great. If you really think about it, it's kind of weird how like mainstream cereal is, considering how bad it is for you. Like when you think American breakfast, you see like, or a kid eating breakfast, you imagine them first eating cereal, right? It's like I feel like eating sugary cereal is almost like part of the American youth identity. Like to be a kid is to eat sugary cereal. Americans are lazy. I wouldn't go that far. It's convenient, quick, and easy. It is. I mean, if I had to make a compromise, hi Steph. Like my quote unquote quick and easy breakfast is to like toast or a bagel and just like put peanut butter on it. But even then, I guess even that is like takes more. I mean, that doesn't really take much work. But like cereal is like literally you can make a bowl of cereal in like 10 seconds. You just have to pour 2 things and that's it. Like even with the toast, you have to wait for it. I think like that is kind of an extreme though. Like there's really not a huge big deal between like taking 3 minutes to do something versus taking 10 seconds to do something, right? Like those are both like so short amount of times that it really shouldn't bother you. Your EP, oh, I hope you eat well. I'm kind of EP too. Well, no, I don't know why. Stream just makes me yawn when I stream. Like probably when I end stream, I'll be wide awake. It's always when I stream that I get a little tired. Yeah, I was listening back to the audio with my fans on, and actually, like, it's kind of like I thought it would sound terrible, but it's actually like hardly noticeable. And even when you do notice it, it's like it blends in pretty well. And I've listened to ASMR streamers whose background noise is a lot worse. So what's on my agenda tomorrow? Yeah, so tomorrow like I said, like today was leg day. Today was actually not that bad. Like my leg day went pretty good. Like my cardio is like my cardiovascular, I guess. I don't know. What's my endurance is getting to the point where leg days don't actually feel terrible. Like lately, my leg days have actually felt like good. Like the cardio is actually starting to feel good when my heart rate goes up. So like leg days have been a lot better for me. I haven't felt nauseous at the gym in a long time, or gotten like a headache in a long time. But anyways, yeah. Yes, today was leg day, so tomorrow's rest day, and I'm gonna use that extra time to cook. And it's gonna be great. I bought like an extra pan. I bought like extra Tupperware. I'm gonna be a responsible adult and meal prep. There was a part of me that was considering spending like buying those overpriced pre-prepared meals. But as I mentioned before, like those are like so like not worth it compared to cooking. You had leg day? Well, I mean, definitely still like I get more like gassed from leg day, like way more gassed than like on leg day compared to my other 2 days. Like when I do a push day or a pull day, my heart rate like barely goes up. Like I'm not like struggling to breathe. But on like today, for example, leg day, I was like breathing really heavy and there's just like sweat going, like I was sweating like crazy and it's just awful. But you know, that's just how leg day is. I think my squat form has gotten a bit better. Oh, I forgot. So the stuff that I like can't sell on eBay or I deem like wouldn't take too long to sell. Like for example, today I got in a. I didn't even know this was a thing. I got a box of like it's like cards for like Mario, the trading card game. Did you guys know that's a thing? Mario has a trading card game. Anyways, like when I get like stupid stuff like that I know would like probably take me a super long time to sell, and there's no market for it. You can like there's this game exchange near me, and I don't know if you guys have ever been to a game exchange, but like so you guys know like GameStop, right? GameStop will buy your games. And does GameStop buy consoles? Hi, Sayo. I think GameStop buys consoles, but like yeah, they'll buy your gaming equipment, and they'll buy like Pokemon PSA slabs. But that's it. Game Exchange buys like my Game Exchange buys all kinds of stuff. They buy instruments, they buy computers, or they buy electronics. They buy like toys, they buy plushies, they buy, you know, like trading card stuff. They almost buy every single thing that's not clothing. Like the only downside of Game Exchange though is they pay you like they literally like the lady told me this. They pay you a quarter, like anywhere between like 20 and 25% of what the item is worth. So like yeah, they'll buy almost anything, but they'll also give you like almost nothing. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, anyway, so I mean, it's still even the headpads, it's still worth it to me. Because like I'm not gonna if I don't like if there wasn't a game exchange to sell my crap to, I would just throw it away. So like anything is better than nothing. You know, even if they like for example, if they told me one day that like, oh, we're not gonna buy this, we don't want this, I'd be like, you know what, you can have it. Like I don't even want it. You can just have it for free. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Oh, I need to drop off a package tomorrow. Oh, okay, guys. Like, oh my god, I probably look so stupid. Hi, Dom. So last night, okay, now mind you, I haven't like delivered mail or like sent mail in a really long time before last night. So like, or I didn't know this, but so like in my like city, there's like this 24/7 USPS post office or like an open lobby, right? And like, so what I had thought was that like I could go in the middle of the night and just drop off my packages down the chute, and then like, you know, it'd be fine. Like, is that not what you would think a 24/7 like post office, you know, does? Like they have like an open mail chute at all times. Well, what actually happened was I went to the office, and now the lobby was open. Like, you know, that's like, that wasn't a lie. The lobby was open, right? But like there's this chute, right? There's like this kind of like, it's like a barrel, but it's like this kind of, imagine like a barrel, and you have to like kind of, there's like a handle on it, and you have to like push the handle to like get to the barrel's open part where you drop your packages. The package drop off was locked, and so I realized at that moment that like when they close for the day, they lock the package drop. And like the reason why I look stupid is because at first I didn't think it was locked. I thought it was like jammed because I had a bunch of packages. So I sat there for about 20-30 minutes, just like basically like pulling with all my might on the like pulling with all my might on the handle, and it made like a shit ton of noise. And what's even worse is like this post office, the entire front of the post office is glass, so like you can see into the entire post office and see what people are doing inside. And like it was pretty late, but like anyone that's like driving by or walking by would just see me just like relentlessly like blowing my back out, trying to like pull this drop open. I finally gave up after like 30 minutes. I was like, okay, I think it's locked. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Like, what is the point of it being 24/7? Like, I went in there, and like they had PO boxes, but like of course you expect people to be able to like go to their PO boxes 24/7. That'd be stupid. And they had like the, you know, like the drops were just like leathers, but like why would I go to the post office to like drop off a leather when I can just go to like one of the little blue bin things and drop it down there instead? Yes, I don't know. I was like, to that, like I think it's like pretty pointless. But I read online that like the reason why they lock it is because apparently what people will do is they'll open the chute, and they'll like put like rope or something down the chute and like fish out packages or something. I don't know how effective that is, but like I can definitely see that. Like that wouldn't actually be hard to do. Like you could, hi, thank you for the follow, Jarl. If you just had like, I mean, you could just get like a really like a fishing hook that has a crap ton of individual hooks on it, and then just like drop the line down into the mail batch, and then just like finagle with it for a bit, and you'd probably snag something. Yeah, so I mean, I get why, but it kind of just defeats the purpose of the 24/7 thing. Yeah, so what else? Did I do anything else? So my compromise is like, so I'm like really busy, guys. Like most days, I'm not done with my day job until like 5:30 to 6. And so like I never have time to go to the post office, because the post office is like, you know, the hours that they're open are basically the same hours that I work. But fortunately, I found that like there's this Office Depot near me, and apparently Office Depot just like takes your packages for you. So, and Office Depot is open until 8 o'clock, unlike the post office, which closes at 5. So I'm gonna be giving them a lot of mail. Was that gross? Was that a gross noise when I smacked my lips? Is that gross? Sorry. Oh, like I said, like I didn't realize how sensitive this thing is. Like on Sunday's stream, I wasn't respecting the 3DO. Thank you for the follow, Frappy. I wasn't respecting how sensitive it is. I really want to rub the ears again, but I'm gonna hold myself because I know I'm probably gonna like. It's gonna be more unpleasant than it is pleasant. Oh, I really want to rub the ears though. Like, is there anything I can like? Let me see. No, I don't think that's gonna be as like deep. Or whatever. Tempted to rub the ears. I want to, but like I said, like I'm probably gonna like bump the mic, and then or like it's gonna squeak, or like my hands will get like kind of like stuck to the silicone, and it'll end up like basically I think it'll end up making a lot more unpleasant noises than it will pleasant noises. I don't think it's worth it. I think people would rather like have like a consistently like calm stream than one that's like on two extremes. It's getting kind of hot. For those of you that don't know, like a few months ago, I think it's probably been like maybe it was like, I don't remember exactly when I did this. I want to say it was like 6 months ago, 5 months ago. I built like, and my OG viewers would know this, but I basically have like a tent around around like my setup. Like my friend helped me build this basically a really big booth where the walls and the roof are made out of moving blankets. And so like the point of that is that like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like you can't really hear reflections on my stream for the most part, and that's because I stream from inside of a tent. Unfortunately, the tent itself, while being good for like reducing reflections, is not very good at reducing, like it's not very soundproof. So like you can still like hear my computer, or you might even be able to like hear like my dryer or anything else. Like anything that would happen in the immediate vicinity of the tent, you'd be able to hear. Should you gamble? Like no, you probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't. Like I intentionally made those like, I guess this shouldn't come as like a surprise. Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, my clothes are done. Okay. This shouldn't come as a surprise, but like those redeems are like negative expected value. And if you don't know what that means, basically like over the long term, you are better off not doing them. Like you will, more often than not, you will lose the value of your points like faster than you will gain them. Hi, yes. Wait, you heard the song? No way. No, that's kind of embarrassing. Did I just like dox the brand of my washing machine? When of you are gonna be able to like use that to like geolocate me? I kind of don't like how like my model kind of like when I go to like speak into the ears, I guess I'm like out of frame of my camera. No, I have what's the brand called? I think it's called like Zero Ushi or something. But my rice cooker, when it's done, also plays a little jingle. You know what? Everything should play a jingle. I wish my toaster played the jingle. No, that'd be stupid. I'll use your dryer to geolocate you if you don't massage the ears. I'm sorry, girl. Okay. Trust me, I would like to, but like, I think I need to practice more. The one with the elephant? Yeah, the one with the elephant. Yeah, yawners. And like I can already, like my hands are already like pretty sweaty, so I know it wouldn't like turn out well. And also have the right, yeah, I think it's a pretty popular, like it's like the premier rice cooker brand. I think like most people have one, or not like most people that have a rice cooker. I mean, it's probably that brand. It's actually like pretty cool. Like for the longest time, when I grew up in my grandparents' house, we had the old-fashioned rice cooker where like you have to like lift the handle to open it. So like when I first came into contact with one of the like the fancy rice cookers where you press a button on the front to open the lid, I thought that was like the best thing ever. Like that was the equivalent of me like when I was a kid also finding out about push to start cars. I was like, wow, this is the future. And now we have cars that drive themselves. Wait, I'm curious. Has anyone in here ever been in like, I forget what they're called. Like, I think they're called Waymo. Like the driverless, like Ubers. I think they're cheaper. No, isn't that like their appeal that they charge less? Hold on. Let's see. You guys are gonna hear my keyboard. Sorry, not sorry. Wait, what? Waymo rides are slightly more expensive? Then what's the point? What? 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 Sometimes it's cheaper, sometimes more expensive? Wait, even then, that's kind of stupid, no? Like, wouldn't you expect if they took the human element out of it, that, like, it should always be cheaper than the same thing with a person? Wouldn't that have been like the entire like business model of these things? Or like, the business model of Waymo is that it appeals to like people who are social outcasts that don't want to talk to anybody or be in the presence of a driver. And I'm kind of neutral about it. When I went to like this event in this one big city, it had Waymos and they were kind of uncanny. And like I was kind of like scared if they would actually like yield when I was like crossing a road or not. And they're usually actually pretty good about that, but it's like you have to be like, I don't know, for some reason I was extra paranoid. You don't use rideshare apps? Yeah, I don't really use them either. I have my own car. To be fair, where I live you kind of need to have a car, but yeah, I try to avoid, like, I only use Uber if I literally have no other option, because like, they are insanely expensive. If you jump in front of mine, it reacts in nanoseconds. Yeah, that is true. The honors. Crazy story, guys. The most I've ever spent on an Uber was, there was this one Uber that, or I mean, I've actually done this a few times actually. Like, so like the nearest airport to me is like, I think it's about like an hour and a half away. And like sometimes when I'm flying back from the airport, I might have, yeah. Sometimes when I'm flying back from the airport, I don't know if I've ever done this on the, like, going to the airport. I might have. But, like, a lot of times when I come back from the airport, like, I don't want to, like, wait, right? I just want to go home. So I have spent, like, my most expensive Uber ride was, I think, like I think it was like, it's like $220, I think, for like an hour and a half drive. Like, I don't know, and that probably sounds insane, but like I get like, I don't know, it's like when I get impatient, I'm willing to, like, how do I put this, like, I'm willing to spend ludicrous amounts of money to keep myself happy, even if it's super impractical. Like, I'd rather, but also, like, I hate waiting around. Like, one of the number one reasons why I don't like traveling is because, like, I really don't like not being able to do anything, like having to just sit there and wait for the plane, for example. So, when I get back to my, like, home airport, I just want to go home. I don't want to have to wait for, like, a bus or something. I just want to go home immediately. Never get into gotchas. No, funnily enough, like, so, like, there's a few things that VTubers tend to be into that, like, I'm not, and those are, in no particular order, League of Legends, Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, Valorant, Final Fantasy XIV, and gacha games. I honestly don't understand the appeal of, like, the gacha games. If the gacha games were like PvP, where, like, you could pay for an advantage, then it would make more sense to me. But, like, other than that, like, I really don't get it. Like paying to unlock something that gives you, like, no competitive advantage is just, like, within the realm of your single player game. I will never understand. It's like, oh yeah, you're saving time, I guess, but, like, what's it matter? Like, it's not like you're competing against anybody. I don't know. ASMR is one of them too, though. Oh, well, wait, are you saying that VTubers tend to do ASMR, or they tend not to do ASMR? Because I think, like, well, I don't know. I feel like most VTubers don't do ASMR. They tend to. I can see that. But, like, there's still, like, oh, okay, maybe that's fair. Like, I mentioned this before, but, like, if you go on the ASMR category and you search up the tag VTuber, it's not even enough channels to fill, like, one page. So, like, oh, thank you for the follow, Ezekiel. If you stream as a VTuber that does ASMR, for that, like, category of people, you will always be on the front page, for the most part. And, like, so that's why it's, like, a lot easier to grow doing ASMR on Twitch. Okay, guys, should we like do some tingles? Should we like whisper into the mic? Does everyone use the tag? Huh? Wait, that's a good point. Okay, anyways. I wouldn't think that, like, there's too many VTubers that don't have any kind of VTuber tag on their channel. I mean, I'm sure there are some, but that would be, like, really weird, right? Like, that's not the norm. Wait, let me move my mic a bit back, so, like, my camera gets more of me. There you go. But sometimes I do see, like, people with the VTuber tag, and, like,
they're using like like they're streaming like their IRL, like, you know, their face, and it kind of like catches me off guard. It's like, why are you using the VTuber tag if you're IRL camming? I don't get it. I mean, that's not to say that the two have to be mutually exclusive, I guess. But I guess I'm pretty sure a lot of people use the VTuber tag, ironically. Okay, I want to like whisper into the ears, but like I don't know what to say. What else? Let me look around me. I'm out of water, guys. This is not good. My throat is getting dry. I only brought like 2 small bottles of like liquids. When I started to stream, I should have grabbed a full one. Oh. Like, I might also be one of the only people that does this, but I order a lot of my like non-perishable groceries from Amazon. So I I have like Amazon gift card balance that like I don't know what to spend it on. So like, for example, I'll buy my like I'll buy like my soda from Amazon. It's kind of weird because like that means, yeah, it makes sense, but like I feel kind of bad because it's like the mailman has to like, it's a package with like 12 packs of soda in the box, so it's like really heavy. It's like you can tell it's soda off. Like soda cans make a really unique noise. And dude's probably like, why is he ordering soda from the internet when you can just go to the store and buy it? Yeah, like I've been buying literally everything, like literally anything that like doesn't spoil. I was actually like looking today to see if Amazon, like, if they sell any like frozen meals. I think at one point they did, but I couldn't find any. Like all of them were like unavailable. Can anyone confirm that? Like, did Amazon just like stop doing refrigerated goods? No, the soda is not difficult to find. The only reason why I buy it on Amazon is just to use my like Amazon gift card balance. Okay, wait. My favorite soda is Fanta Orange Zero Sugar. That is surprisingly hard to find. Like, a lot of places don't have that. A lot of places have Sunkist Zero Sugar, but they don't have Fanta Orange Zero Sugar. And they're not the same. Fanta tastes like slightly better in my opinion. Fanta has a kind of like a, I don't know how to describe it, like a more fruity taste, and it tastes like fresh. So like, you know, I can live with drinking Sunkist. Had you at Fanta Orange lost me at Zero Sugar? Yes, I would have thought you of all people would understand how bad full sugar soda is for you. But I bet every single one of your meals has high fructose corn syrup. I do know, Ball. No, I'm just playing with you. I honestly like, okay, like I try to be health conscious, like, you know, like I try to like to a reasonable degree, like, you know, like I guess like I don't, like, for example, I try not to like, I haven't eaten a dessert in a really long time. Like in recent months I've been severely limiting my sugar intake, but like it's not like I do it because like I don't feel like the quality of my life is getting that much worse if I give it up, right? But I'm also not like, you know, I'm not like this like high fructose corn syrup is the devil or anything. Like I don't really think it like that. You can't really drink soda anymore. No. Soda's so good though.
Like, hi Chunky. Like, a lot of my friends, a lot of my more, shall we say, impressionable friends, when the seed oils thing got really popular, I don't know if you guys remember that, but like, they were like, oh, I'm not gonna eat that, it has seed oils in it. I thought that was so stupid. Or they're like, no, that has, I'm not gonna do that, or I'm not gonna eat that, it has microplastics in it. I'm like, bro. I'm like, are you serious? Like, how much would that actually affect you, right? Like, that's like, I mean, does like consuming a moderate amount of seed oils versus no seed oils have a measurable effect on your actual long-term health? I don't know. I mean, that's to say, I feel like for a lot of people, it's completely overblown. Yeah. And a lot of people, like, oh my god, like, something else I think is kind of stupid is like, something that's really popular is this thing called the carnivore diet. And as you might imagine, it's basically you only eat meat, and like, people genuinely think this is the healthiest thing ever for you. And it's like, what? Like, are you serious? Like, how do people genuinely believe in that? That like that you're in, like, oh yeah, okay, so you like the entire food pyramid, you just get all your nutrition from meat. That makes sense. I don't know. Not a lot of my friends, a few of my friends are like really into Joe Rogan. So like, whenever he says some dumb shit, they just eat it up. They just eat up the Joe Rogan dude, man. I don't understand. Is Joe Rogan supposed to be like a good model for life? Like, he doesn't strike me as like, why do people really like let me hold on. How he doesn't even strike me as like the most fit guy ever. Like, okay, he's reasonably fit, but he's not like crazy, like, he seems, he's like on the scale of people that like work out regularly, he seems like average fitness, maybe a little bit above average, but like, why does this guy have so much influence? I didn't know he's still online. Wait, he didn't stop, did he? I don't think so. Did he? That would just be kind of silly if he stopped, because he's just printing money by like talking about the most random things. There's no way he stopped. Let me look. Yeah, no, he didn't stop. There's so much about Rogan I can say. We get very political very fast. Let's avoid getting political. No, I just think like I don't understand, like, how do I get this? Like, he like, I've listened to him briefly, and like, Joe Rogan does not strike me as like a very like, this might sound pretentious, but he doesn't strike me as like a super intellectual person. And like, personally, like, if I'm gonna listen to someone, no, granted, like, I'm a bit more like, I'm extremely stubborn. Like, you really, like, if I'm listening to someone's advice, I seriously respect them. But like, for the most part, if I like, for me to like be able to actually seriously consider your advice, I have to think, one, that you're super intelligent, and two, that you're super thoughtful, and three, that you're super mature. And like, Joe Rogan, he doesn't really like strike me as excelling in any of those. So I don't get it. I don't get why so many people like just view him as like view his words as gospel. Andrew Tate has a brother. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I know nothing about like Tate, like Andrew Tate. I don't know. Like, I assume he's like, I think he's like in politics. Again, let's not get too deep into the politics, but like, I know nothing about the dude. Because he's personable? Yeah, no, like, so often the case in life is that like you don't have to make sense for what you're saying. You like, and like anyone that's lived long enough will see this many times in their life. What makes the most sense doesn't necessarily always win out. Like, it's alarmingly easy for a very charismatic person to completely shift a narrative if they say it with enough confidence. It's like, if you say something with enough confidence, it's actually alarming how many people will believe you. Because it's almost like your confidence, I guess, is like so like I don't want to use the word crushing, but like it's so, if you have like a really exorbitant confidence, it's almost like people feel wrong even to disagree with you. You know, regardless of what it is you're saying. He and his brother got arrested a few days ago. Oh, I see. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't think I'm the most charismatic person in the world, but like it just. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. It like really, really disgusts me when I see charismatic people abusing like their social nuance. Like, it's very common. It's not very common, maybe, but like at least on social media, like you see all these people saying like really outlandish things, but because like they're so provocative, people like you know, it gets a lot of like exposure. Like, there are people in the world that like they spread misinformation for fun. It's like, what the heck, bro? Why? Like, I kid you not. Like, it's like they like some people. What they do for fun is contribute to the dumbification of all of human mankind. I don't understand it. It's like, oh, today I'm gonna go lie on the internet and see how many people I can like convince. I don't know. Some people just want to follow. Okay, that's another thing. Like, okay, like if I were to do something that's like genuinely awful, I would want you guys to tell me, or I would want you guys to disagree with me. Like, there are far too many like communities where like the person, like the streamer or the personality, they do something like really terrible, and like somehow like their supporters look for any reason to like excuse it, you know? It's like they can do no wrong. And like, I don't want that kind of community. Like, I don't want my community to be like kissing my ass, you know, or licking my boots. Like, I want my community to be like a group of people that like are free thinkers, and like they like, when someone tells them something, they take a moment to think if that makes sense, you know? And like, that's not to say like, I don't want to mix that up. Like, a lot of people will like, so I'm pretty moderate in my views. Like, I don't really like, well, I mentioned this before, like, I tend to be pretty moderate, mostly because I just don't care about anything, if that makes sense. So it's more like my political apathy tends to just like naturally like lend itself to being a moderate. Or anyways, like, a lot of people would like, if they see that you don't like take one of the common extremes, like liberal or conservative, then instead of a moderate, they just label you as a contrarian, which I think has a bit more of a negative connotation to it, right? Like, the word contrarian like implies that you like to disagree with people just to disagree with them, not because like there's any like valid reason to. And honestly, like, when you're someone that like stands
stands their ground in what they believe in and refuses to conform to something, even if like the masses are doing it, then like people will be quick to label you a contrarian, right? They don't want to believe that like your decision is correct. They want to believe that you're disagreeing with them just to be different. And that, my friends, is cope on the highest magnitude. I don't think there's disagreeing, just a disagree. You see this disagreeing because you genuinely don't believe it. Yeah, I mean that's... You hate identity politics? Me too. Funny you mention that because, well, I don't know. I was talking about this with my friend before, and like, oh God, we're gonna get political. I don't want to get too political, but like, so I can understand, like, I don't know. If you guys haven't read Martin Luther King's letters from the Birmingham jail, I highly recommend it. But here, wait, let me find the script. So in his letter, he talks about the white moderate. He has like this famous paraphrase about the white moderate. Let's see. I feel like it's very... Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna quote Martin Luther King here for the sake of this discussion. I have been gravely disappointed with the white moderate. I have almost reached the regrettable conclusion that the Negro's great stumbling block in his stride toward freedom is not the white citizen's counselor or the Ku Klux Klanner, but the white moderate, who is more devoted to order than to justice, who prefers a negative peace, which is the absence of tension, to a positive peace, which is the presence of justice. So like going back to like, you know, what you're saying, Kieran, is like, I don't know, it's like, it I'm sure we've all been in that position where like we're being wronged, but it's like, oh well, you know, what's that other famous like poem where it's like, hold on, what is it, to kind of like illustrate my point? I'm sure we've all heard this one, but for the sake of the stream, I'll read it. Martin Niemöller? Here we go. First they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out, because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out, because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out, because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. So like, you know, I can understand like the frustration with like when you believe you're being marginalized, but like it's just you, and like, you know, other people, they don't want to get involved. Like, you know, like they would probably agree that like you're being marginalized, but it's like they don't want to put forth the effort or be in that uncomfortable position to like agree with you, or like, you know, like you know what I mean? So I stand by you. But, you know, I definitely like agree with like that. I don't know, I can understand the frustration, but like I think like someone saying, oh, you know, I don't want to get involved, I think that's a completely fair response. My biggest thing is I really dislike people who are so dedicated to what they believe that they just follow blindly. Yeah, I think certainly I feel like this has always been the case. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like, okay, this is gonna sound extremely pretentious, right? This is gonna sound very pretentious, but like, in my, maybe I'm just kind of like jaded, but like, the average bar for like what I think is like classical intelligence is not very high. Like that's to say that like there's a huge lack of like, I've talked about this like during my I've mentioned this so many times, but like especially like within, I guess, no, I don't want to say the Western world, but like there's just a general like huge lack of like both empathy but also like critical thinking skills. Like it doesn't help that like in the Prussian education model, which is very like common in Western schooling, that you're pretty much taught like an obedience first stance, I guess. Like from the moment you go to public school, you're like almost raised to just like believe in like, you know, what people in positions of authority tell you. And the problem with that is you get like many people who are like, you know, they're really bright and they have a lot of potential, but they're extremely misguided. Like I personally knew like so many people in college that were like very like studious and very hardworking, but they were completely misguided by our school. And like they like, I think like, you know, a lot of them like work at Starbucks, for example. Like their degree did nothing for them because they didn't like study the right things. I mean, ultimately, I think maybe it's just like, I don't know, not just propaganda. I wouldn't use the word propaganda. I do think indoctrination is very true. Like, I mean, like there is no culture that like where everyone is truly individualistic, right? I mean, America is arguably the most individualistic one, but like even within that realm, there's like America, Western culture still has social norms that you're expected to follow, right? Like, I mean, that's what it means for like that's the definition of culture, right? Like, if everyone was a free, independent thinker in a society, then there wouldn't be a culture. And I don't know if that's necessarily like ideal for society building either. I don't know. I don't know. I just like, you know, it's kind of just like speaking to like Seo's point. There are like, I guess like, something that's like very common is that people believe that they're like on the morally correct side of the equation. And like once you believe that, you can do no wrong, and like there like nothing how do I put this? When you believe something is like morally correct, or like your cause is morally correct, then like you can do no wrong, but also there is no thing that is not worth achieving this goal. If that makes sense. And like that's a very, very dangerous perspective to have, like, because it's like extremely subjective. But like when you genuinely believe you are on the morally correct side of something, then like typically you're willing to be like act a lot more extremely for this cause. Yawners. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think like that all being said, I try to like just stay within my bubble, right? Like I try not to like let the general dumbification of society like get me down, because at the end of the day it really doesn't affect me too much. Like I'll never understand people that get upset about like, oh, you know, we're getting dumber, America's getting dumber, and it's like, you know what? It's like on a micro level, that really, even if that was true, that really doesn't affect you at all. And it's like, it's almost like they want to like fight for a cause just to like, you know, fight for something, if that makes sense. Like
the cause itself might not necessarily make any sense or be worth diverting any effort to, but like they kind of like they want to like riot on something, like about something just for the sake of rioting about something. I use the word riot because I couldn't think of anything else, but like some people just like to like, you know, protest. You know, sum it up. Get off the internet. Get off social media, get off the internet, go touch grass, you know, go talk to people in the real world. And you'll probably find that like most of them are a lot more reasonable than the people on the internet. Okay, with that, we are an hour and a half, so I'm gonna start ready to end the stream, guys. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for listening to my spiel about absolutely nothing of importance. Maybe we should do a little fan service at the end of the night. Okay. We'll do a little bit of positive affirmations to end the night. What should I say? I don't know. We'll keep it simple. I hope tomorrow you have a really great day. Hi, something darker. Oh, I'm sorry. We're ending stream. Well, I'm about to end stream. I'm trying to think of things. I feel like I'm probably overthinking it, but I feel like a lot of like the positive affirmations that streamers like to say are kind of shallow. I hope that doesn't sound too cruel. Like I kind of want to just like, it's like I don't want to like spoon feed you compliments. I'm rooting for you tomorrow. Please try your best. And if you don't succeed, at least you tried. Even if there's no one supporting you, know that I will be. I'm rooting for everyone here. I hope everyone has a happy life. Oh, even the headpads. It's hard to think of. Yeah, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else that's not super shallow or like self-serving. Or like not like super obvious, I feel. I don't know. I don't want to butter you guys up just to do it. I think that's low effort. Anyways, yeah, I'm ending stream. Have a good day, good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time. Bye, Felix. Bye, Seo. Bye, Something Darker. Bye, Magla. Bye, Kieran. Bye, Yaz. Bye, Chunky. If there's anyone else here, speak now or hold your tongue. Forever hold your tongue. Peace. Forever hold your peace. I guess no. Okay, bye, bye, bye. Roll the credits.